What's going on, YouTube? Dr. Zach's Toy Soldier Hospital, and I'm back again. Got my box of 250 mixed units from Armies and plastic. So, gonna check these out. Here goes. My goodness, this is a big pile of Army men. This is gonna take a little while to sort. Alright, so the first group I got here isolated out is this group of 31 blues. And these are all from the Chinese Boxer series. These are all light blue Chinese boxers. Two of them have broken weapons. This guy here's got a broken, whatever that is, pole machete or whatever. Spear, pike, whatever. I'm not sure what that is. And then this guy here has got a broken off sword. So I think we can fix this guy's weapon. I'm not so sure about this, though. Not sure if that's fixable because I don't see the broken off piece anywhere in here. Alright, so that's all the blues in this batch. The other thing I've noticed about this particular figure from this series is that these guys have a little sword or a little shield here, and it tends to be cracked. And all three of these guys, it's cracked. It's nothing that couldn't be fixed with super glue and possibly then painted. If you were going to paint it, it wouldn't probably be an issue. But just, you're not painting them. You're just leaving them as is. It's kind of an issue. Anyway. Alright, next up we got our Red Army guys here. And these look like, in the back, these appear to be from the Napoleonic Wars era. These look like probably Russian guys, I'm guessing. There's quite a few drummers in that set. I don't see any officers. And then over here, these guys look to be Scots with kilts on. And they've got the looks like pith helmet, possibly. And then this guy here I thought was kind of interesting. This is their officer. But it looks like the part of him that the flag is on, it looks like is a separate piece. It's got the little British flag there. I thought that was kind of interesting that it was two pieces like that, because this flag is moving a little bit. I don't know if that was intended to be two pieces or if that was meant to be all one piece and this is just defective or what. Not sure what the story is with that. And we got these two here. I'm honestly not sure what these figures are supposed to be. This guy almost looks like maybe has a turban or something on, possibly, or and I don't know what kind of hat that is. Interesting. So the Red Army is 29 strong, it looks like. Alright, next up we got some yellow figures, and here we got more Chinese boxers. We got another one with the broken sword, and this one with this pitchfork looking, or trident looking weapon. The back half, or back portion of it's broke off there. I've fixed that before. It's pretty simple to fix with super glue. But again, as far as the sword, there's no broken sword piece in here, so be a little bit more difficult to fix that. Alright, there's 20 yellows here. Alright, next up we've got the mint green, which for some reason my camera is picking up as almost kind of light blue. These are in fact mint green. Let's see if I can turn the light on. Yeah, it's not helping. It's actually making it worse. These are the mint green figures. They are Russian Revolution White Army, I believe. Anyway, there's 15 of them. Alright, here we have 16, these are kind of rust or light brown, cranberry red. I'm not sure how you would describe the color. Kind of a light rust brown, I would say. I believe these are the Northwest Frontier Afghan tribesmen, I think. I believe that's what these are supposed to be. I could be mistaken, but I think that's what these are. These all look pretty good. All right, here we have 7 Confederate Zouaves. These are Wheat's Louisiana Tigers. And this is pretty cool because a while back I got a big batch of these from somebody on eBay, and the only pose it didn't have was officer poses in that. It was a whole bunch of these different infantry poses, but there was none of these officers. So that's kind of cool to finally have some of the officers. Oh, he's got a little Colonel Sanders goatee. Look at that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Anyway, so it's finally cool to have one of the officers to go along with them. All right, here we got a batch of forest green. I believe these are also Civil War. These appear to be Burden's sharpshooters, I'm thinking. And the reason I think that is because I'm looking at them, and a lot of these guys appear to have scopes on their rifles. I'm guessing that those might be like rolling block rifles, possibly. I could be mistaken, but I think that might be what those are. So those are kind of essentially snipers is what those are. Yeah, you can see like some of these guys back here, like that guy that's standing, that guy that's kneeling. The running ones don't seem to have that. So, oh, and the guy on the ground in the prone position, he's got one of those types of rifles. So yeah, and then some officers and oops, there we go. All right, next up I got 27 sand-colored figures here. And these also appear to be possibly Afghan tribesmen from the Northwest Frontier sets. There's a few of these guys that don't want to stand upright. Like this guy here has got a bad lean. This officer's got a bad lean, and his base is kind of a little bit messed up. That one there won't even stand up at all. So that's one thing. These are cheaper than buying the ordinary figures from them, but there are some that are noticeably defective. But that's okay considering you're paying less money. And it's, random you get. So anyway. All right, next up we got 14 butternut colored. These guys all have pith helmets on. So I'm guessing these are British or possibly Boers from the Boer War, I'm thinking. Not 100% sure which these guys are. They've all got rolled up shirts. And they don't have bolt action rifles, so yeah, I'm not 100% sure what exact set this is. But yeah, 14 more butternut soldiers, so that's good. All right, next up we've got 22 white soldiers. And these guys have all sorts of different hats on them. I'm thinking these are all different eras of Russians, possibly. I know that the ones in these kind of hats for sure. These are like, I think those are from like the Russian Revolution series. I think that's the White Army, more White Army from the Russian Revolution series, but I could be wrong. And these look like maybe from Napoleonic times. But I think that they are all Russians. The only one I'm not sure about is this guy here. This guy here seems to possibly have a turban or something on his head. So I'm not sure exactly about what the identity of that one is. Kind of looks like colonial period or Napoleonic or... yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, 22 of these. Alright, here we've got 19 dark gray. These appear to be the same figures as those dark forest green ones that I had a little while ago. Except obviously these are meant to be Confederates. I'm not sure which unit these are meant to represent. These obviously have these rolling block rifle, sniper rifles too, but I don't know that the Confederates actually had those. I think that was a Union thing. Could have been captured, I guess, but yeah, I'm not sure what unit this is supposed to represent. But yeah, dark gray. Alright, next up we got 13 olive drab green. These are all modern U.S. forces. I had a comment on a video that I did earlier on here that said that they didn't know that Armies in Plastic was doing modern stuff, and they thought that was pretty cool. And they wondered how come Armies in Plastic doesn't do World War II. And I think that they would do a great job if they did World War II stuff. But I imagine they're probably thinking that the World War II market is just so oversaturated. Maybe they just don't want to get into it for that reason. I'd kind of like to see them do some like Vietnam War era stuff too. That would be pretty awesome as well. But yeah, I do understand there's, 1,000,001 people making World War II figures. They probably just don't feel like competing. Because, yeah, there's not so many doing more modern stuff. I mean, there's Mars, and there's a few other companies doing modern ones, but yeah, I get why they decided to do some modern ones. And I do kind of get why they don't do World War II. At least I'm just guessing. Alright guys, got the final batch of them here set up. This is 19, kind of a medium gray. These look like the same figures I showed you earlier that were in butternut brown. You know, these guys? These appear to be the identical figures, just in gray. So I'm guessing one of these is supposed to be British and one of these is supposed to be the Boers, I'm thinking. Anyway, which one's which, I'm not sure. But yeah, all in all, there was like 256, I think, total when I counted them up. So there was a few extras in here. Kind of makes up for the ones that are broken. But yeah, this is a pretty good deal. This was like $43 for 250. And I thought it was a pretty nice Pretty nice batch here. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good collection of figures. Well, that's all I got for you. Dr. Zach's Toy Soldier Hospital, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.